Hello, everybody. Gakonga, the coach and the pioneer of Vision Total Football Kenya. Hello, my fellow Kenyans. Today, we have 5 points to discuss, and we are going to go through 1 point at a time so that we can understand each other very well. My fellow Kenyans, my first point is this. I think Kenyan Premier League should let Wazito president, Mr. Ricardo, run the Kenyan Premier League for 1 year. The reason why I'm saying this is because you know very well that Mr. Ricardo is a businessman. You know that he's a good businessman. You already know that he has several businesses that are doing very well. Wazito, the football club, as an example in Kenya. Just a few years ago, nobody knew Wazito. I myself have never heard of Wazito. I only heard about Wazito just a few years ago, right? Actually, the first time I heard of Wazito, I think is 2017. Yeah. Now you know Wazito. It is a club to reckon with. You know Wazito as a club. Players are being paid well. You know that the club has the club pass. You know that the club is planning to build a stadium. You know that the players are being paid well. And in fact, the players can be paid from now up to a year's time without playing football. So no matter what happened to this situation of COVID, players are guaranteed to get 1 year's wage without playing. But I hope this situation of COVID will go away so that other players in other clubs can begin to play as well. And I hope and I pray that this situation goes away so that things can get normal in our country. But my point here that I'm making clear is that Wazito as a club, it is going to be the best example for a professional club in Kenya. And I know that if Wazito president was given a chance to run Kenyan Premier League for a year, it would be very good. Sponsors would come, good business plans would be put on the table and would be put forward for Kenyan Premier League. Reforms would happen in Kenyan Premier League. Kenyan Premier League has been stagnant for so long. Kenyan Premier League is not ambitious enough. Kenyan Premier League need a new, fresh chairman. Ambrose Rachier has done his term and he should be replaced. And going forward, Kenyan Premier League should have a rotational presidency system. What do I mean? Kenyan Premier League should do election every single year at the end of the season so that they have a new president. And my friends in Kenya Premier League, please don't start this Kenyan thing of blocking people and stopping people to do what they want to do. And what do I mean? You might hear this language, oh, Wazito President is a foreigner, it doesn't matter. He has a club in Kenyan Premier League. And I'm telling you, if you really want to do business, Kenyan Premier League, let Wazito President run Kenyan Premier League for 1 year. And you are going to see changes, serious changes. And you are going to, because what we want to focus on is business. Yeah, let us forget who is who has what, who is from where, who is a foreigner, who is a Kenyan. Let us stop that nonsense. We want to see serious business in Kenyan Premier League. I'm saying, for a start, let us have Wazito president run Kenyan Premier League for 1 year. After there, then we are going to have a rotational presidency system. This monarchy system type, where somebody becomes the president, the chairman of the Kenyan Premier League, because his club has won the league. This is not good. This is shenanigans. Because we know the reason why Ambrose Rachier has been the KPL chairman for so long is because Gor Mahia keep winning Kenyan Premier League. What is the relation between the two? What does Tuisenge and Kahata scoring goals and make Gor Mahia win the league? What has that got to do with someone becoming the Kenyan Premier League chairman? I cannot get the link. I cannot get the relation between the two. There are 18 chairmen in Kenyan Premier League, and each one of them should be able to get a chance to become the Premier League chairman. That will only happen if Kenyan Premier League has a rotational presidency system. Let us stop this monarchy idea that is killing the Kenyan Premier League. Case closed, period. Point number 2. I want to discuss about FKF and Nick Mwendwa, the president of FKF, cancelling the Kenyan Premier League. It was wrong to cancel the Kenyan Premier League, and I actually agree with what most people are saying, that the Kenyan Premier League was cancelled so that Kariobangi Shark, which is the club owned by Nick Mwendwa, will not be relegated. Otherwise, what was the rush for? CAF had already said, make your decision and let us know at least by the 5th of May what is your decision. CAF did not say end the league. CAF did not say cancel the league. But then FKF did not have a meeting with the Kenyan Premier League to decide the way forward. And FKF could not have had a meeting with the NEC member of FKF, because we know NEC member, their term of office is finished. And Judge Ohaga had already said NEC member should go home. So this decision must have come from just the president himself, or behind the kitchen meeting with the NEC member who are not supposed to be making decisions for our football, because you know why? Their term of office is finished. So this rush to cancel the Kenyan Premier League and having 2 clubs relegated is unfair to those 2 clubs. And I think what should happen, and what should have happened, is this: the league should have been put back to factory settings. And I mean, to the league should have gone back to the beginning of the league. This season should have been cancelled, but nothing should change. We should have started a new league in August. The teams that are in the league right now, they should have just stayed the same. Forget this season, and we start a new season with the same teams. This relegation is unfair to the teams that are going to be relegated. It is unfair, and FKF and the president of FKF, he is putting too many fingers in Kenyan Premier League. Kenyan Premier League should be able to run itself as a business. Kenyan Premier League should be able to hold its own meetings and decide the way forward. Here in England, that's what is happening. English Premier League is having its own meeting to decide the way forward, and then they are going to communicate that to the FA. So this idea that FKF and the president of FKF can just wake up and make a decision and it is announced. This is wrong. Kenyan, we need to be careful. We need to be careful, because we are destroying our football and investors are watching. And we keep wondering why our football is so poor, why there is no money, why no investors want to come in. It is because of how we are allowing our football to be destroyed by FKF and the leadership of one and only Nick Mwendwa. My fellow Kenyans, that closed point number 3. I want to talk about the 5 million Kenya shilling that Kenyan Premier League players and NSL players were given by the betting company. Number 1, I really feel sorry, because this 5 million Kenya shilling is a very small amount of money. If it is divided among the players, professional football players in Kenyan Premier League and the Super League, each player only got 5,000 Kenya shilling. My fellow Kenyans, what can 5,000 Kenya shilling do to a family of a professional football player? This is serious. And I want to say to our Kenyan football players, we are being taken to some kind of road that is not good for us. Yes, 5,000 Kenya shilling is something. And we keep being told every time a little deal is done here or there, we keep being told at least is something. Everything we are getting given, we keep getting told at least it is something. Yes, it is something. But when the dust settles, we need to think what we want for our football. Very soon, we are going to have no professional football in Kenya because of this idea of at least it is something. Our football is dying. There is no quality in our football. There is no economy in our football. Our football is dying. We need to do something about it. We need to know our value. We need to know the value of our Kenyan football. We need to negotiate for good deals for our football. And on that, I want to touch something. I talked about I talked about the sponsorship deal that was done last year for the National Super League. And this deal, this Betika deal was for 62,000 Kenya shilling per club per month. This is very little money for a league of this caliber, our second tier, which is supposed to be equivalent to English Championship. A club is getting 62,000 Kenyan shilling per month from a sponsor. The only thing I can say is this: the sponsors are joking with us, or our league has no value, or we don't know our value. The 3 things must be wrong. We need to put value. We need to add value in our professional football clubs. This kind of deal, 62,000 Kenya shilling for a month per club that has like 30 players, secretariat, chairman, the coach. These are jokes, my fellow Kenyans. Again, I talked about the county league. You know, Odibet sponsored the county leagues, yeah, and each club was entitled to 42,000 Kenyan shilling per month. Again, what can a club at that level, county level, yes, but 42,000 Kenyan shillings, something is wrong with our football. And on this, I want to say something else. FKF and FKF president must stop getting involved in sponsorship deals. Let Super League take care of itself. Let Premier League take care of itself. Let other leagues take care of themselves. This involvement, putting hand in every cookie jar. If it's about women football, money, sponsorship, the president is in, FKF is in. It comes to the Super League, the president, FKF president is in. Yeah, FKF itself is in. Then when it comes to even county leagues, sponsorship, the president is in. These deals are negotiated at night and they are announced in the daytime in the name of at least it is something. Yani ni kitu kidogo. This something. We are going to be told at least it's something until when? We need to streamline our football, restructure our football. We want each league, each club to take care of itself. Independence and autonomy is so key. Let FKF and FKF president go and do other things out there. Our Kenyan football needs so much being done. Why is the president wasting so much time dealing with sponsorship deals here and there? That again raises the issue of conflict of interest with these betting companies, the president football club, the federation itself. There is mess everywhere. We need to decide the destiny of our football. We need to decide where our football is going. So what I want to say today is that the little money that these players are getting, for now, we shall forgive you. But after this, when the dust settles, we must decide what we want. Otherwise, we shall kiss European football and especially English football until Jesus comes back. Our football has no value. Our football is dead. There is no money in our football. A new leadership is required. And I must say this, FKF, as we know it, it will not take Kenyan football to the next level. We need serious thinkers. We need to think out of the box. Now, COVID is here. We are not going to talk too much, but I'm saying the future of our football, the destiny of our football must be decided soon and very soon. Period. Case closed. Now I want to discuss about women. The women did not get anything. The men got this 5 million to divide among themselves. But our girls, the women, they did not get anything. I want to ask FKF, how come FKF does not make any money? How comes FKF has no money, even at least 1 million to let the girls share? Yeah, the men got something from the betting company. How about the girls? My fellow Kenyans, these girls who play football in Kenya, they suffer a lot. And I want to say something else. FKF in 2018, they spent 9 million for lunch. Why could such money be given to the girls who are suffering? Yeah. Again, FKF in 2015, administration cost was 26 million. And come 2016, that administration cost went up to 72 million. How is that? 26 million 1 year, next year it jumps to 76 million. Does that mean FKF, when they get a lot of money from FIFA and from the government, they inflate cost? It is not possible to go from 26 million to 76 million the next year. No. And again, I want to talk about FKF staff, staff wage, mshahara yani staff wage. It went, in 2015, it was 37 million Kenya shilling. And then in next year, 2016, it went up to 69 million. How does that again happen? From 37 million this year to 69 million next year. Did FKF employ so many staff in between, or the figures were inflated because they got more money? Now, this money, couldn't a bit of it have been saved, yeah, to caution players in times like this and to pay women? My fellow Kenyans, again, I'm saying, and I will keep saying, to go to the next level, we need to have a federation that is accountable, that is not able to, that is not able to mismanage money. We want to see accountability. We want to see integrity. FKF as a federation has a very bad reputation No one want to get involved in Kenyan football, especially the sponsors, and this is one of the reasons. Again, we need to define the destiny of our football. Case closed. Point number 5. I want to talk about referees. Referees are suffering in Kenya. FKF once again has not been able to pay referees for a period of 4-5 months. I don't know how these referees are surviving, but they are suffering. They are speaking in silent to other people, but they don't want to come forward and tell the truth, the situation between referees and FKF. How can a referee officiate a game for over 4 months and has not been paid? This is serious. We are making people within our football suffer. You know, our football should be able to pay. Our football should be a multi-billion economy. But the leadership of our football is not there. It is dead. Our football has become so poor. Our players have become so poor. We need money in our football. And unless the leadership and the system of football changes, again, we are going to kiss English football until Jesus comes back. We need to sort our football matters. We need to sort our issues of football serious and very soon. My fellow Kenyans, referees need money. Women football need money. Kenya Premier League need money. Super League need money. Grassroots football needs money. Where will this money come from? There is something seriously wrong with our football. When we talk about our football economy, yeah, we need an economic revolution in this area of football. That, I believe, will not happen under the leadership of FKF. I'll say it again. COVID is here with us. But after this COVID, we must decide what, as Kenyans, we want to get from our football. And I will say it again. We have a vision on the table for our Kenyan football that is going to streamline football in Kenya, restructure football in Kenya, and make football pay in Kenya, make our Kenyan football become an economic giant. We have a vision on the table called Vision Total Football Kenya that has been developed over a period of 7 years. It is on the table. When the COVID goes away and the situation is good, my fellow Kenyans, we are going to do a mega announcement. I leave you in peace. I'm gone.